Hello and welcome to the show. Well, listen, you see, we have a great show planned for you today, but I tell you what, we are in the midst of a storm. And so you don't see us in the studio today. I'm at my home and I have some special guests. I have Ms. Veronica Cohen. She is the Associate Vice President of Institutional Advancement at Claflin University. And then, of course, I have gospel recording artist, Miss Caesar, Tanya Caesar. And that's what I always say, Caesar. So anyway, listen, we're just trying to, might seem a little discombobulated right now, but I tell you what, this show is going to go on. And so I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy because it's coming up next.
The Curry Insurance Agency has served the community for over 30 years with hundreds of trained representatives to assist you in selecting health plans. Curry Insurance Agency is the largest marketing insurance group in the state of South Carolina for Medicare Advantage and represents all major health carriers. Curry's motto is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Call the Curry Agency today at 803-536-0889. The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
You're invited to join us for an elegant and magical night at the Black Tie Masquerade, a black and white formal event on October 22nd, 2022 at the Orangeburg County Conference Center, 1643 Russell Street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Cocktails at 7, live entertainment by Pure, dinner at 8. Wear your exquisite black or white mask. To purchase tickets or a table sponsorship, visit www.tammymediagroupllc.com. A portion of the proceeds will benefit CASA Family Systems. Again, join us for the Black Tie Masquerade, a black and white formal event on October 22nd, 2022 at the Orangeburg County Conference Center, 1643 Russell Street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Cocktails at 7, live entertainment by Pure. Wear your exquisite black or white mask. To purchase tickets or a table sponsorship, visit www.tammymediagroupllc.com. A portion of the proceeds will benefit CASA Family Systems. Laissez les bons temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
Welcome back to the show. Well, I tell you, we've got a great show planned for you. You know, this is the power of now. This whole series, this whole year, it's about now. So if God has purposed you for something to do, this is the time to do it right now. Don't wait. Life is too short. And, you know, this month we are talking about encouragement. So everybody that I'm talking with, I'm asking them about in being encouraging. How do they encourage themselves? Some of those types of things, you know, that we all have on our minds. And sometimes some things that make you say, okay. And so anyway, without further ado, I have some wonderful ladies on with me. I want to first say on my mind today, what's on my mind? And the hurricane that is getting ready to hit South Carolina, the Southeast, it's coming all up. It's already hit Florida. And so I want you to help somebody. You know, I always say bless somebody today and every day. But let's pray for those in Florida, and let's pray for those along the Southeast coast, that we don't get the catastrophic things that have been happening down there in Florida. And so I want to pray for those folks and let them know that we are thinking about them. All right, it's time to get the show started. And she's just smiling. I see her backstage. She's a native of Charleston, South Carolina. She has had several positions, vice president of institutional advancement at Jackson State University. She has been at Claflin. She is now at Claflin University as the associate vice president for institutional advancement. She has a wonderful child. I'm going to say that, Nettie. So I want to say hi to Nettie. But without further ado, I want to introduce you to Miss Veronica Cohen, my dear friend. Come on out, Veronica.
Hi, Tammy.
How are you, beautiful?
Actually, I'm doing great, except for the hurricane. Other than that, I'm awesome.
I know, I know. This hurricane is something else. People are talking, and you just asked the question, "Is anything left in the store?" And Tanya said, "I don't think so."
I know because I haven't been yet, so I'm gonna go in the morning,
Oh, neither
hopefully.
have I, neither have I. And I pray as you're going that it's not so bad in the morning with the rain. So,
Yeah.
Veronica, I've been wanting to have you on the show for years. And so thank you again for joining me, because this is truly an honor for me, to have a dear friend like you to be able to come and be on the show because you're always busy, girl. You're traveling, doing so many things. I want you to just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Tammy, you know I'm a Geechee Gullah girl.
Come on.
I'm from Jim Island, James Island, right on the outskirts west of the Ashley of Charleston. I am the oldest of eight. Um, I've lived in several different states: California, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Jacksonville. I've lived everywhere, have traveled internationally, personally, and as well as for work to encourage myself and as well as my family. My heart is my family.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
honestly is. And right now, the older I get, the closer I want to be near my family. And basically, that's part of the reason why I'm back at Claflin University in Orangeburg.
That's right.
I love what I do. I have been in education for the past 30 years. I love the students. I love the purpose of a university and a college and what we do and how we fundraise to actually help the students in their endeavors uh, for scholarships. I love what I do.
I love
And I love being back in Orangeburg. Yes,
How about that? The Berg, as they say. Well,
the
listen,
bird.
when I think about what you do, as we talk these titles and we say the Vice President of Institutional Advancement, talk about that role. What is it? What is that role that you have as the Associate Vice President now at Claflin University?
You know, as the associate vice president, I have an opportunity to work with an awesome staff. Ms. Zelda Lee, who is the director of alumni relations, Ms. Brianna Kelly, who's the manager of the call center, and Mr. Freddie Kirkland, who helps with um, alumni relations. What we do is we help alumni to understand their role as part of Claflin University and how we raise funds to help to the elevation and the transformation of
Yes.
Claflin University. And we do it well. Ms. Lee has such a heart about her alumni and
Mm.
how we train and help them and guide them to help us to raise funds for these kids. We go to chapter meetings, we go to their events, and we help them, and they become our family and our friends. And as well with the call center, we work with students who call our donors, our constituents, and say, thank you so much for the donation that you sent to Claflin University for her students. And it's a beautiful area to be in, especially based on what our goal and our focus is. Working in the institutional advancement division is I'm proud to do this because the end results, the impact that we have on these students in the university is phenomenal.
That's right.
Yes.
So Veronica, and I'm always calling you Ronnie, but we're on TV,
Just
so
call me Ronnie, please. Make me
Ronnie.
feel at home.
Look, Ronnie. So when we talk about encouraging, you talk about how you love your students, and through the years, how do you encourage your students when they, tell you, Miss Cohen, I really feel like giving up? What do you say to them?
You know, I've worked at like 7 different universities. And always in my office, I would hire students to work with me. I would hire them, I would train them. They become my children, actually. I have so many children all over the world because of this. And the encouragement is this: God has me on this journey. I've been on this journey forever. And within that journey, I have stories and experiences, ups and downs that I can share with these students to let them know that it's going to be okay. So let me tell you a story about what has happened to me in the same situation that you might be in, so you can see that you can move further, you can do this, and I know you have the tools to do it, because God has given you these tools to be successful and to be absolutely phenomenal. So with that journey and with the tools that God has given me, I have a unique spirit to actually talk with the students about what they're going through and help them through it. Now, it's just not a conversation. Once a student comes to me about any information, then they become my child. I check on them, encourage them, whatever they need. We kind of fall in love with each other. I then become a part of their family, their parents, their siblings. It's not just one conversation, it's an extension of who they are and who I am, as well as the university. So it's always encouraging, using that gift that God has given me in my journey to help anyone, especially a student, to understand that this is life. And this is what we're going to go through. And here are the tools that I can help you with, and we can do this together.
Wow. And, talking about the students. So, sometimes as you're talking to students, they're your family, you have an opportunity to really talk with them, work with their families, work with them. But how do you encourage yourself?
Ooh. Encourage myself. Tammy, look, I love to sing. Maybe one day later I'll come and sing a song for you. I told Miss Caesar that I'm going to sing with her.
I might just have you close out and do a little something.
She has a beautiful voice.
Yes.
I have certain songs that encouragement for me. And the songs have so much meaning that in a quiet space, I sing to myself. And those words just are embedded in me, and they help me and they keep me encouraged. And sometimes I call my baby sister. She's very encouraging. And it doesn't mean that I have to talk about what I go through. It's just the presence and the spirit that's there with us, in silence, if you have to, of encouragement for me.
Yeah.
When I'm encouraged is when the young folks, when I see them take on what I have taught them.
All right.
Whoa, that's, to me, is so encouraging, because I know that I have gotten through. And I have seen that through so many of my students, that the product and it encourages me to even be a better person and to be so much more helpful when I see the impact that I've had on their lives.
Wow. So Ronnie, what's your favorite song of encouragement?
Tammy, I love Mahalia Jackson. My favorite song by her is "Sooner Will Be Done."
Oh,
with the trouble of this world.
Wow.
And another song is "Give Us This Day." It's I used to sing in the choir, and actually I used to sing with the Charleston Symphony Orchestra choir.
Oh, really?
And, yes, and we sang a lot of gospel songs. That's so encouraging just to my soul. And that's one thing that helps me through a lot of this journey. And it's been very helpful for me.
Yeah. It's beautiful to hear how you are really in tune with yourself, with music, and how that soothes the soul. I always tell people, I love music. I love all types of music.
Yeah.
And it's just that sound that you hear, that bar that you hear, that stanza that you're listening to
Mhm.
that can just resonate with anybody and can resonate with you and just calm your nerves. I had that happen today and it just calmed my nerve. So
Yes.
Ronnie, hit a few keys of Soon I Will Be Done.
Soon I will be done with the troubles of this world. See, now, Tammy, you got me on here singing. I'm
Come
just going
on, come on. Listen, Ronnie, so I know if Auntie Zelda or somebody watching, they're going to be like, oh, we're going to get her. But remember, we sang together in the choir for the alumni choir, the Claflin University
girl,
Alumni Choir.
were we not in that choir?
That's right. Order my steps. That's right. That's
And
right.
see, that's why you cannot be shameful or scared because your spirit just comes through, whether you can sing or not.
Sing or not. That's right.
It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter.
That's
It
right.
matters that is in your heart.
Mhm.
And that if you feel in this encouragement, that feeling that comes along with it.
Yeah. So Ronnie, what would you tell someone, not particularly a student, but someone that's watching now? What would you say to them about if they really felt like giving up, or they felt like, you know what, this isn't worth it? What do you say to them? Because you're an encourager.
Well, Tammy, I tell you, it is sometimes difficult. It depends on the space that you're in at the time, but don't give up. Life is absolutely beautiful. You can see the beauty in the trees, in the plants, in the flowers, and in human being. Find yourself a great mentor, somebody that you can talk with, somebody that loves you and care about you. And I know there is someone that loves and care about you. I know that. Find that person and talk to them about the things that you're going through, the disappointments, the loneliness, the heartaches, the heartbreaks, the disappointment in a career, in your life. You might not be where you want to be right now. But I tell you, if you live long enough, and if you get the right people in organization and group in your life, they will help you to elevate yourself and to be absolutely wonderful. Don't give up. Life is beautiful. We're all here for a purpose.
That's right.
One day you might find someone that what you're going through now, that you will be able to tell your story so you can help them to elevate and transform into something beautiful, like a beautiful rose in a flower.
Wow.
Give up.
Wow.
Not
Wow. All right, Auntie Zelda Lee says hello, Tammy and Veronica. And Angel, thank you, Angel. Hey, hey, the Tammy Show. Thank you, Angel. I tell you what, beautiful people tuning in, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in. You know, Ronnie, I want to go back to Claflin University because Claflin is a special institution. And since you are back, thank you, Thomas. Since you are back, what have you found to be the most accomplished thing that you are working on, that you are looking at? And I guess what I'm trying to say is, having come back, what is it that you see different? And what would you like to see moving forward?
what a powerful question, Tammy.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it out.
Tammy, why you want me to answer that question?
Because you've come back and you've seen and you love Claflin.
You know what? You know what is different. Here's what's different. The difference is, for me, is to see, well, it's not really different, but it's on a higher scale. To see the alumni, how they love Claflin. They always have loved Claflin. But to see them even love it more. and to see the work that the Division of Institution Advancement is doing to actually help to bring them even closer together for the university. We have an awesome president, Dr. Womack. He's innovative. He's excitable. You hear him talking, he makes you. I told him, I said, you are so excitable. You make me excited.
Yes, right.
That's a good thing. And he does. He's very smart.
Yeah.
And what he's doing at Claflin with the Claflin Confidence in the elevation and transformation is phenomenal. And I love working under his leadership. I have a great vice president, Vice President Dr. Marcus Burgess, who is helping, and we are working as a team to transform the Division of Institutional Advancement so we can reach our goal. The staff there is awesome. Miss Angel, I call her April, but she allows me to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, she does. And it's like a family. It's like a family coming. I feel like I'm coming back home. And the best thing for me here at Claflin, I feel so valued. I feel like I matter. I matter. What I contribute, it makes sense and is actually received in a very positive way. So I some of the traditions that were there are still there. And sometimes, we look outside of that box to bring in new ideas and is very open for those ideas. But I love being here. Walking the campus is so spiritual for me. You can feel it. You can feel the love, and the campus is absolutely beautiful. They manicure that campus like every day, really.
Hello.
And it's absolutely beautiful. And the students, you walk by the student, good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. How respectful is that? And I love that combination of all of those things that I have come back to at Claflin. So I'm very happy here.
Yeah. And I can tell just from when I visited you in your office, and you were like, hey, everybody was just, hey, welcome back, because we all work together. And so it's great to see what's happening at Claflin now with the new, hey, Davita, with the new everything, the new
student center, activity center.
Right.
A lot of things going on there.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah. Changing Orangeburg, changing the face of what Orangeburg looks like for our students and the families that come to the university and to Orangeburg. So like they say, it's a great day in Orangeburg. So it's a great day at Claflin University.
It is.
I'm telling you. So Ronnie, I have enjoyed talking with you. So I always ask my guests about what is next. What's next for you?
Oh, Tammy, what's next for Veronica Cohen?
Yes.
Retirement. I know, yes. I am going to, be in this position and do the best job that I know that God has sent me here to do. And I know that. Yeah. And after a while, I'm going to retire. I'm going to move to Charleston, be with my family. I don't have kids, so I'm taking Nettie with me. Nettie is my cat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to travel and enjoy my family. That, Tammy, is in my heart. And that's what I want to do eventually. After this adventure that God has sent me to, then the next is retirement.
Wow.
Yes.
So are you planning to write a book? Because I hear a book in here, because you love, and one thing I love about you, you love working with women.
I do.
That is one of your passions, your students and women, helping them realize that they have goals and there are things, the dreams that they have that they can accomplish. And I love that about you. So are you planning on writing a book? Because I know you.
Tammy, you're the 50th person that has said that to me, because I
Mhm.
have so many stories, so many good stories, so many stories you'll go like, "Ooh, I need to read the next page. Let's do
Yeah.
this." So eventually I keep a journal. I have about
Mhm.
15 journals
Mhm.
already. And to be a book, it would be a phenomenal book. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm. Listen. You author, come back on the show, but you don't have to write a book to come back and visit me. To visit us and talk. I just love talking with you, Ronnie.
Well, Tammy, you are amazing. I knew you before I met you at Claflin. I always thought when I saw you, that's a star. I know her. And,
Oh
from
wow.
Charleston, I think that you're an awesome leader,
Oh,
and especially your show. So
thank
you
you.
keep it up, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're doing a wonderful, wonderful job.
Thank you.
And I love what you do, and I love you. And I'll see you in October 22nd with my
Oh,
white mask on.
the black tie masquerade. Come on with it.
Yes,
It's
yes, ma'am.
so a last question, Ronnie.
Yes,
What are the 3 words that describe you?
that describe me. I'm
Yes.
vivacious. Very frank and honest. I'm a very honest person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what describes me best, I think, is that I'm a transformational leader.
Hmm.
Always have been. Yes.
Hmm. And that is true. I,
Yes.
I can testify to that.
Mhm.
Wow. So we have vivacious, frank and honest,
Yes.
transformational leader.
Yes.
Wow. Ronnie, you are the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being on the show, my darling.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Love you much.
I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'll see you in October, but we'll see each other before then.
Yes, ma'am.
Love you, Ronnie.
Love you too.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let me tell you, we have a great show. When I tell you phenomenal women, I just love talking with women who can empower and educate us, and at the same time entertain, because that's what this show is all about. And so again, Ronnie, thank you for being on the show, Mrs. Veronica Cohen, Associate Vice President of Institutional Advancement at Claflin University. And so we're going to take a break because, listen, y'all don't go anywhere now. Please don't go anywhere, because the psalmist is coming on next, Mrs. Tanya Caesar. And when I tell you this gospel recording artist is going to just drop some serious nuggets like Ronnie did, I can't wait. So just sit back, relax, and we'll be right back.
You're invited to join us for an elegant and magical night at the Black Tie Masquerade, a black and white formal event on October 22nd, 2022 at the Orangeburg County Conference Center, 1643 Russell Street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Cocktails at 7, live entertainment by Pure, dinner at 8. Wear your exquisite black or white mask. To purchase tickets or a table sponsorship, visit www.tammymediagroupllc.com. A portion of the proceeds will benefit CASA Family Systems. Again, join us for the Black Tie Masquerade, a black and white formal event on October 22nd, 2022 at the Orangeburg County Conference Center, 1643 Russell Street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Cocktails at 7, live entertainment by Pure. Wear your exquisite black or white mask. To purchase tickets or a table sponsorship, visit www.tammymediagroupllc.com. A portion of the proceeds will benefit CASA Family Systems. Laissez les bons temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
The Curry Insurance Agency has served the community for over 30 years with hundreds of trained representatives to assist you in selecting health plans. Curry Insurance Agency is the largest marketing insurance group in the state of South Carolina for Medicare Advantage and represents all major health carriers. Curry's motto is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Call the Curry Agency today at 803-536-0889. The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
Welcome back to the show. Ronnie, I don't know if you heard that, but that was Mahalia Jackson singing, your favorite artist. All right. Well, listen, she's backstage. So, everybody's backstage and I can talk to them, but you all can't see them, but they can see me. So this next guest, when I tell you, I met her, it's probably been about 5 years now, almost 6 years, because I was at Claflin. And she is a psalmist, an independent artist, a songwriter. She's the administrative assistant at Claflin University. But when I tell you this guy, sign. All right. So listen, we are excited to have her, and I'm excited to introduce you to her, Mrs. Tanya Caesar. Come on out, Miss Tanya Caesar.
Hello.
Hey, my darling.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Tanya, thank you so much for being on the show. We talked a little about earlier and I lost connection. So I'm sorry because I wanted to kind of talk with you a little bit more. But I mean, beautiful, beautiful voice. And I'm just blessed that you came on the show, and Veronica, you all came on at the same time. See, God makes no mistakes.
That's right. He does not.
That's right. So Tanya, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Santee, South Carolina. I've been living in Orangeburg for the last 5 years. My husband and I have four sons. 2 grandchildren. I've been singing since the age of 4, so I've been having a lot of fun.
Wow.
So, singing since the age of 4, participating in all conventions and different things like that. But the change in my life came at the age of 15, giving my life to the Lord for real, for real. And the singing was no longer just singing. It became anointed singing. So I recognized the gift that God had given me.
Wow. And I tell you, I've heard you sing. And when I say beautiful, beautiful voice, and it's anointed, as you said, talk about, how do you encourage yourself?
Well, being a singer, that's my go-to. It's kind of it comes automatically. There are days when you don't feel like getting up, or you don't feel like things are actually going your way, and I say a prayer sometimes to myself, and then there's sometimes God just drops a song in my heart, and I either get up singing it, or I find my Bluetooth and I put it on and I let it minister to me, to bring me back to, okay, God got me. He can take care of this. It's nothing too hard for him. That type of thing. Yeah.
Wow. So what is it like being an independent artist?
It is real. I say real because you do a lot of legwork yourself. You do a lot of your own promoting. Everything is just about on you, because since singing at the age I have and releasing my first CD back in 2000, and then the renewed CD came out in 2020, because the 2000, I'm sorry, not 2000, 2010. And then 2020 is when I released Worthy. And that's the one God gave me in the midst of the pandemic. So it kind of gave me a refresh, a renewing, and it just really brought things to life. And I learned how to make videos based on Facebook, because I didn't have the opportunity because of COVID. You couldn't do a lot of outside things. So I did that. And then I just did a lot of the legwork myself, out pushing my music, having merchandise, the shirts, the worthy shirts, the mugs, the masks. So, it just, became something I knew that I had to be committed to.
Wow. Now, would you say that you reinvented yourself?
Yes, I would.
And how did you do that, Tanya?
Well, I took a look at who I am and who I wanted to be. And sometimes you can get stuck in a rut where you can become, I guess you could say, complacent, but then you can also become comfortable. And if you're not careful, you'll just settle for what you got. But then when you look at it, you're like, okay, so what more is there for me? What
Hmm.
else does God have in store for me? So, faith without works is dead. So at
That's
the end of the day, if I don't put some works with the faith that I'm talking about, I'm just going to stay there. So I
mm-hmm.
made up my mind, okay, this is the type of artist or, entrepreneur I want to be. I want to be able to push what I'm doing. And I have to be excited about it if nobody else is.
That's
So at the
right.
end of the day, if I'm not, hi, and I'm going, oh, well, I got a CD over here. Nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that.
Right.
Yeah, you have to
Right.
be excited about being excited so that
Right.
people are joyful enough to talk to you and be like, okay, I'll try that. I'll listen to that.
Uh-huh. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. And let's look at the Worthy album cover. I think this is the album cover. And I still say album now.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
it. That's me, girl. That's me, girl. That's me.
that's the cover?
That's the cover.
Beautiful,
Thank
beautiful,
you.
beautiful. So talk about which you enjoy most, songwriting or singing.
I'd have to say singing. I'd have to say singing. Because I actually get to put the words in action.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an opportunity to share it then because my songwriting, I do it and God gives me something and I may not be able to share it right away. But once I put those words into action and start singing them, I see how they bless and touch somebody else. So
Mm-hmm.
it gives me even more excitability, if that's a word.
Yeah, it is. Listen, Ronnie said that. Veronica Cohen, she said excitability.
Okay,
So
well, I'm
yeah,
with it. I'm with you on the excitability for sure.
yeah. So what inspires you to write your music? What inspires you about writing and singing?
The inspiration, Miss Tammy, it can come from from all directions, if I must say. If I'm feeling not so up or not really, myself, or if I'm having a moment, that I need to be uplifted myself, God speaks to me in, I guess you can say, in any area, any phase
Hmm.
that I'm in, because
Hmm.
that's my go-to. If I'm feeling down or depressed or whatever, not really depressed, but just not, myself, I go to God and I'm like, okay, God, what's wrong? What's up? Something's wrong. I'm not getting it. I'm not feeling it.
Hmm.
And don't get a song right away. It may just be a few words of encouragement, here and there. And the next thing I know, the song is coming together, or I'm
Hmm.
writing down what he's given me. And sometimes music comes with it, sometimes it doesn't. So it just depends. I tell you, he's so marvelous. He does things so different because, one song might be words and lyrics all together and the music. And the next time all I got is words. And I'm like, what do I do with this? But as time go on, I may be in the kitchen cooking dinner or riding along the road, and he'll bring the
Hmm.
words back, and then I hear a melody, and I'm like, "Hey, that's where that goes."
All
So
right.
it just depends on, he's so good like that. He's so good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So let's go back to talking about being an independent artist. There's some folks who are listening, who are watching the show right now, and they're maybe thinking about doing their own album. Okay, y'all, I know you think saying I'm old, album or their single. Let me say
Hmm.
that. What
Single
has been the
EP.
exactly? So what's been the most challenging um thing for you about being as you are an independent artist? What's challenging?
Well, like I said, the most challenging thing is being able to push yourself constantly, not giving up, not thinking that nobody's listening, or the idea that you're not. good enough or you don't measure up, because you can get, um, especially social media, no point intended, but the social media, if your mindset is not right, social media may not be the thing for you that day, that hour, that minute, that second. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're having a gloomy day, or you feel like, okay, maybe my stuff is not going to do this well, or I'm not her, or I'm not him, things like that, social media can sometimes be a negative thing to do, because you're like, oh wow, look at this one or look at that one. And
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes, as an independent artist, you have to, like I say, be able to push yourself and know that God has given you this gift, and your time and your season will come, because God often tells me, that's not you, or that's
Mm-hmm.
not the way that's not the route I'm taking you on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. I may be on a different road than you, but at the same time, I'm going to get where he's taking me.
That's
Rather,
right.
I'm taking Highway 26 or 95, 401, 44, and I
Come
believe my
on.
husband is listening, so I don't know nothing about none of them interstates. So right.
Well, one thing about, as I know with anything, any business or any career, you have to encourage yourself. You've got to get up every morning, sometimes whether you don't want to or not, and
Mhm.
you've got to say, okay, I'm going to do this today,
Yeah.
because it's not about giving up. It's not time for us to give up. And that's why I say this whole series is about encouraging. It's about encouraging us to help one another and
Yes.
to see how we can be there for each other. So what do you do in your spare time when you're not singing? And Ronnie, I forgot to ask you that one.
Well, when I'm not singing and songwriting, believe it or not, I am coloring in a coloring book.
What?
I'm coloring a coloring book. I'm doing Seek a Word, and I am playing. I got to get it out with my Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. It's like a mind relaxer. All those things just kind of put me in the mode of nothing's going to bother me. I'm going to stay in this mode right here.
Hmm.
And it
Hmm.
just kind of gives me that solitude that I need. Like, okay, nothing, this is my space. And
Wow.
sometimes my kids are like, Mom, you coloring? Yeah, 53. Coloring. Buying coloring books, crayons, going to town.
My daughter says I love coloring books because that's what she does.
Mhm.
Um, and so, what have you completed the Rubik's cube? Have you solved it?
Oh, now come on, Miss Tammy. I ain't sorry. I'm
Well,
like one color at a time. I have not solved it, but the mindset of getting the right colors on one side,
that's
that's
it.
important to me,
That's important. That's important. That's important. Well, Zelda Lee is asking the question: How do you purchase your disc?
Well, you can purchase them personally from me, because I keep them on hand at all times, or
Hmm.
you can purchase them online. They're available on iTunes.com, and they're available you can purchase on iTunes and Apple Music. And most people, like I say, they get them primarily from me.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because I got to get mine now. Got to get mine.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yep. Um. So, Tiana, would you please show her handles so that folks that are watching now will be able to order, and they can chat with her. And that's right, your website as well, and then also her social media, because I know you are heavy into social media.
I have to be. I told you that's that push. Got to be out there.
Listen, I know all about that. So what do you say to upcoming artists that are interested in going into the music industry?
I said, if it's your passion and you love to do it, go for it, because it will bless more than just you. At the end of the day, my mission for singing is to uplift, inspire, and to encourage.
Mm,
So
mm,
the music that I sing, rather the person is in a downward moment, you might want to hear Breakthrough, which is on my EP. It talks about a time in a season when I was down and I didn't have a direction, or
mm,
either Crossroads, when I'm not sure what decision to make. That's also on my EP. So it just depends on what you got going on. You don't let that stop you, because somebody's blessing is in your mouth.
Mhm.
You know, whether it's singing, talking. I love your show. I love your encouragement that you give. So at the end of the day, you may not sing, but you can say something that can bless me, that can bring the song back in my spirit. You see what I'm saying?
Amen.
So, you know, we're helpers one to another. So either way, you know, I just say don't give up. Don't stop. I didn't stop. And at the age of 53, I can tell you right now, we'll be saying, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And maybe I'm too old. And God is like, that's not what I said. So I
Okay.
can't give up. I can't let go. And, you know, we talked about the independent piece, but I love to share the fact that I have been recently signed to a label.
Oh, congratulations. Yay.
Yes, it is an independent label and they're entitled Beyond the Fence
Beyond the
Enterprise.
fence.
And I'm actually loving it. So at the
Oh,
end of the
wow.
day, I'm loving it because I think I've been with them about a month, Miss Tammy,
Mm-hmm.
but I've learned a lot so far
Mm-hmm.
through my label, David Benton and Shay Sams. Shout out to you guys. They're doing an excellent job and the rest of the team. But at the end of the day, I could have said at 40, you know, okay, so maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I, timing is so important.
Yes, it is.
You know, and you know, and Ecclesiastic says to everything there is a
It's a
season
season.
and there's a time. So at the end of the day, don't give up. Don't let go. Don't let anybody discourage you because your time will come. And when it comes, nobody can stop you.
That's right.
Nobody. There's no door that God can open that no man can close, and there's none that He can
Come on.
close that no man can open.
Come on.
So
Come on.
don't let go of your faith and just keep working at it. I
Mhm.
promise you, you will reap the harvest if you faint not.
All right, all right, because our time is not God's time.
Oh
God's
no,
timing
ma'am.
is woo. Come on.
Yes,
Davita
ma'am.
say yes. Okay, Davita. Oh wow, this is phenomenal. Just having you on. You ladies have just blessed me more than you know. And I know Tanya, you with a label, so I don't think I can get you to do a couple of bars.
Oh, check this out, Miss Tammy. Listen. That's the one of the well, that's more than one. That's the awesome blessing because the label that I'm with is independent. So they don't limit me on what I'm doing. I'm not attached to a label where I can't do. It's
Okay.
independent. So
And
God put all this together
all
so
right.
that everything can continue to flow. They push me, they help me, we talk, we discuss, and all that. But the label is not tying me down, it's independent. So that's what
Amen.
makes it good.
Amen, Angel says.
So
So
something you
so
want
let
me to
us
say, just
yet
tell.
sing something. Just bless us with something. Because Ronnie
Okay.
did hers.
Whew. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see what I see. See, you can't do that on the spot like that. Hold on one second. Oh. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard the kind of blessings, the kind of blessings that's about to fall on me.
Mm, mm.
Victory is here. He put defeat out the door. God's doing a new thing. Yeah. Get ready for overflow. That's it. I'm stop right
Mm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To
there.
God be the
Yeah.
glory. I tell
Yeah.
you what. Listen. You all listening. That's just a sample, as we say. That's just a sample. But when you're a true psalmist, I don't know if you paid attention to how Tanya was talking about. She brought up scripture and she was able to break it down. That's what a psalmist does. That's what David did. And so thank you again. Mandy said yes, anointed. So thank you, Mandy, for joining us on the show as well. I tell you what, I'm just so blessed to have you ladies be on the show today. So Tanya, want to ask you, what is your message for the viewers today? What do you want them to take away from this interview?
Well, what I want them to take away is to always know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. At the end of the day, my gift may not be your gift, but as long as you cultivate it and you let it grow, then you can use that gift to bless you and to bless somebody else too.
Wow. Powerful. Okay, y'all, you heard it right here. Mrs. Tanya Caesar. So what's next, Tanya? What's next for you?
Well, what's next is whew, I'm actually working on a new piece.
Okay.
Working on a single, and I'm not sure yet the schematics of it. I'm still working out some details, but
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to hopefully, prayerfully releasing it at the beginning of 2023.
Okay.
Um, and for the local people, if you're listening, I know you are because Miss Tammy is so awesome.
Oh.
Every third Sunday at 3 o'clock, I am at D&B Restaurant,
Oh,
Fish and Barbecue for live gospel music. So I
really?
an hour of live gospel music at D&B at 851 John C. Calhoun Drive in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Wow. And
So
what time are you there,
at 3
Tanya?
p.m. every third Sunday at 3 p.m.
Third
for one
Sunday at
hour.
3 p.m.
Mhm.
Wow, that's amazing. I
Yeah,
didn't know
that
that.
that started 2 months ago, and it's going quite well. It was a network connection, and I thank God for it because it's an opportunity for people who, that may want to listen to some good gospel music on a Sunday, and it may
Mhm.
even go to a Friday night. I'm not sure about that yet, but
All right. All
listen back. So
right.
we'll see. We'll see.
So if we're gonna check you out, we're gonna join you one
Please,
third Sunday.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, wow. So now I'm gonna ask you this as well. What are three words that describe you?
Loving, because I love people and I
Mhm.
love what I do. I would say encouraging. The glass is not always half empty. It
Mhm.
can be half full.
Mhm.
But if you're too busy looking at it being empty, you can't see how full it is either.
Come on.
So so loving, encouraging, and I don't know. Let's see. I got so many acronyms. I guess I can say mm, oh, Miss Tammy. Loving, encouraging. How about peaceful? I try to keep peace.
Okay.
I don't have time for the drama. You know what I'm
Peaceful.
saying?
I hadn't had anybody say peaceful.
Yeah, my peace is everything. If you ain't got peace, you ain't got peace.
Come on. All right, Angel says it's a date. Angel Howell. She also say shout out to Santee. She says it's a
Oh,
date. So we're gonna mark that calendar. Ronnie, I'm counting on you, Auntie Zelda. Davita, I know you already go out there. So she says you're definitely an encourager.
oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this has been great. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Love talking with you. I mean, you have just blessed me. Ronnie, you have blessed me. When we do this, it's so natural to really talk with, especially women
Mhm.
who are encouraging, who are inspirational. And as I tell people, as I'm talking, I'm talking to you, I'm encouraging myself as well. As you all are
Mhm.
talking to me, you all are putting that into me. And so I want to thank you so much, Tanya, for
You're
being on the show and
welcome.
for blessing us with a wonderful solo.
Oh, you're welcome.
A few bars, but we're
You
gonna
bet.
see you on the third Sunday in
Yes, ma'am.
October. Third
Wow,
Sunday in
that's great.
third Sunday. Is that right, Ronnie? Now is that after the 22nd? I
Yeah,
got
that's October 16th.
October 16th. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's before the 22nd, because I can't promise you I'm gonna be anywhere on that next Sunday after the 22nd.
I got you. I understand. I
And
know what you're talking
I
about.
know, and I hope you will join us at the Black Tie Masquerade as well.
It is definitely something I would look into. I saw it. I was like, I might do
Thank you.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll be doing it. And I'm asking everybody, this is for CASA Family Systems. Domestic violence, they support domestic violence abuse victims as well as sexually abused children. And so we want to make sure that we, give them a great contribution, a great donation, and help them as well, and help the women in the community of Orangeburg, Bamberg, and Calhoun counties.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
definitely look into it.
Yeah. Well, Tanya, again, thank you, psalmist, beautiful psalmist. Tiana, please let's show, and Willie, let's show her handles again and her website so that people will be able to get in touch with her. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Tanya. Love you so much, and
Love you
thank you.
more. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Have a good
It
one.
was my honor. Have a
You
great
too.
night now.
Thank you. You too.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. When I tell you I have enjoyed this show, this is the storm. Ian is out here, but we are doing it. We have heard from some phenomenal women. And when I tell you, when it's like, thank you so much, Mandy, for saying that, an excellent show. I really appreciate that. When we do this, it's not for form, fashion, or to show up or anything like that. It's really encouraging to me. And I love talking with people and helping others. So that's why I tell you each and every time, be a blessing to somebody today and every day. That's my prayer. That's what I ask God. Let me be a blessing. Thank you so much, Davita. Awesome show. I thank you so much for that. So I want to thank you all, everybody that joined the show today. Angel, Mandy, Davita, Thomas, you all have been so encouraging. Aunt Zelda Lee, thank you so much for being on the show. And I want to thank my guest again, Mrs. Veronica Cohen, Associate Vice President of Institutional Advancement at Claflin University, and Miss Tanya Caesar, psalmist and gospel recording artist. So I want to thank you all for being on the show. Next week, we're going to start a new series, and this is in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as well as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And our guest is going to be Mrs. Labrina Aiken-Furtick. She's the CEO of Casa Family Systems. So you'll get an opportunity to talk with her, hear what she has to say, and I'm excited about that. Again, I want to thank my producer, Alicia, Catherine, assistant producers, Tiana, Willie, and Felicia. I love you all, and I want to thank you so much. Please subscribe to the Tammy TV Show on YouTube. All you have to do is hit the red subscribe button, and it's right there. It's the Tammy TV Show. So remember, let's be a blessing to somebody today and every day. Put God first. Believe in yourself. Encourage yourself. As you say, pat yourself on the back sometimes. All right. And until the next time, take care of yourself. Thank you so much for joining the show. Good night.